Hey Melbourne, Rewind 80s is back. We're going to be at Max Hotel in Melton on the 26th of July. It's a Saturday night and it's going to be a ripper. Come down and hear all your greatest 80s hits and see Rewind 80s live. We'll be there very, very soon, so get your tickets now on rewind80smixtape.com.au or just look at the notes at the end of the podcast. See ya! Taking a ride with your best friends, the 80s
You
montage. Aren't they?
Yeah.
We're
A
fucking
ride
everyone.
right here.
Yeah.
Right here. You're going to
Yes.
take a ride. Right here you can take a ride.
Right on your face. Fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sitting in my bean bag tonight. What a Saturday night this is.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Very, very comfy.
I think there's a devil in that chair and it just doesn't work well. I just get
Oh,
sore.
shit.
Yeah, don't like it.
Throw it out, babe.
Yeah, I will.
Throw
Maddie,
it out.
Maddie
Burn
will
it.
hate it, but I just don't like it. So I'd rather be on the
Not
floor.
if there's a devil in there.
On the devil inside, devil
Not
inside.
if there's a devil in there.
There is.
I did something that I felt was very 80s in the last couple of nights.
Uh-huh.
I went down to Phillip Island.
Very 80s, yes.
Very 80s, I felt.
Did you see any
it was-
penguins?
No, well, we did see penguins actually, but it was the opening of the Whale Festival, and we went last year. It was a beautiful winter's weekend. We went last year, and we were days out from the Whale Festival, and I said we must come back during the Whale Festival and see some fucking whales. So we went down for the opening of the Whale Festival. It was day one on Friday, and yeah, it was so rough. There were no whales. Well, at least there were no sort of boats going out doing whale watching because it was so fucking rough.
Yeah, right.
But it cleared up for 2 seconds, and I felt very 80s. And I was thinking of the Charities Penguin song. As we went down to watch, the Fairy Penguins. Yeah, that's
Simon
right.
loves it.
Simon loves it. We saw Simon at the Hallam Hotel, which was great.
He came to the Hallam Hotel. We're going to do some shows with Simon. He's going to come up and do some songs, and we're going to get that project together, which will be fun.
Fantastic.
Because
on stage.
Yeah, he needs to sing some swing or jazz or something like that.
He'll have to come and do our 300th episode with us.
Ah, yes. Now that could be a good idea.
Yeah.
I remember going to the Penguins. It is very 80s, but I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing.
Fuck, it's been done up now.
Really?
It's like Jurassic Park now. Yeah,
Really? You're
it's
kidding.
wonderful.
This was just sitting on rocks and getting wet by waves when I went.
Pretty much.
You
We
know?
sat on the fucking beach. I don't know if the lady felt sorry for us or something, but we were sort of walking down. She was like, "Come down here," and there was literally no one could sit behind us. We were right down the front on the sand. We had a blanket, luckily.
Yeah.
But Leo, we watched about sort of 10 minutes of penguins coming up the beach, and Leo was like, "Fuck this, it's too cold."
I'm
so
with
we had
Leo.
to had to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we had
Yeah.
a great couple of days down there. We stayed in some really cheap motels.
Love it.
And they were very 80s.
I reckon
They were
I've
very
stayed in the
80s.
one you've stayed in Phillip
Oh,
Island.
serious?
Across the road from the
Yeah,
water.
right.
There's a
Yeah,
big one.
yes.
Yeah, I know where
Yeah,
it is.
there's a big
It's
one.
Fuck shithole.
Yeah.
And it's sort of jetty. There's a jetty near it as well, and jetty in
Yeah,
between.
yeah,
I know
that's
that hotel.
right.
I used to stay there a lot when I did when I taught at Rollover or Oz Music, which was Rollover Beethoven.
Oh, wow. Serious.
but I'm going to introduce you. This is Jay Jovi.
Get away from her, you bitch!
And right across town from me tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Hart on.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
Woo!
That's right,
So-
bitches. God, we had a lovely opening, and that's what she said. We had
It
Depeche
is.
Mode opening with
Amazing.
Never Let Me Down Again, one of my
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
favourites.
What a track.
I just want to go gothing when I hear that, don't you?
I just want to disappear and ride a bike. You know?
I know what you mean.
You know
I know
what
what
I
you mean.
With the guy on the
Yeah.
handlebars or whatever. Very London, you know?
Yeah. Just sell everything and become unemployed.
Yeah, well, I sort of am anyway. Anyway. Anyway.
No, babe.
Yeah.
You're unemployable.
Oh, I don't know about that. Don't know about that.
No, that's not true.
Very interesting. But
Yeah.
love Depeche Mode. What are we talking about today? It kind of doesn't make sense, but it does.
I'll try to explain it best. I think of it as the title being As Cool As. And it's those
Yes.
people from the 80s like muses and punk queens and just figures who were so fucking cool
Yes.
that the huge stars wanted to be these people.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about celebrity. It was not about celebrity. If you were in the know, you knew who these people were and you wanted to be them. They're fucking cool as shit. And so this is why we're opening with Depeche Mode.
Yep.
And this was sort of one of my nominations. Dave Garn, like the
Yes.
sort of baritone lead singer of Depeche. Just a fucking survivor. Just
Yeah.
like just to still be rocking after all these years. That band came out in 1981. And just to survive, they had their initial kind of key songwriter leave the band and move on, and they just kept going and getting better and better and better and better. And the music that they released in the 90s and then the noughties and then continuing on to now is just incredible. And he's sort of a surviving heroin addict, and this song is about
Falling off your bike.
falling off your bike. This song's about getting back on heroin again, like
Wow.
actually losing and getting back on. I'm taking a ride with my best friend.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so fucking trippy and it just pumps this song.
Well, that's what I meant at the start of the show. They're all on heroin that listen to this show. How could you not be? I'm only joking. I'm thinking back to that guy on YouTube when he wrote and he goes, "What fucking parallel existence do these two people live in?" Remember that comment we got on YouTube? And he just,
That's
we thought it
right.
was so great. It was like, yes, that's right.
What a fuckhead.
I
Just one
know.
of those listens to one episode and thinks he knows what's going on. You don't.
No,
You don't fucking know.
You fucking
Oh my God.
suck your mum's cock. Anyway, back to us. I was just going to say that track Depeche Mode is very different from their King track, which is just can't get enough.
Yeah.
And there's so much soul in it, and a lot of good music gets written on heroin. I hate to say it.
It really does. And it's sort of I think it's just how much it takes a toll on your life. Like it really strips you down to the bare bones, like heroin does.
Yeah.
And there's something about just being on the absolute edge, like really, really being on the absolute edge that goes towards the making of good art. I hate to say it. It's not essential, but
No.
what I'm saying is with sort of certain people, it just sort of unlocks something like, definitely this guy, incredible.
But he has been clean for many years now, because he
that's right.
wouldn't still be doing it. Like, they're still touring and they're still amazing live. Have you seen them live, babe?
I haven't fucking seen them
Yeah,
live
right.
yet.
I don't think I have.
I never
either.
saw them.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't either.
So I got to get in quick. I've got to pull my finger out. I actually might base one of my next UK trips around their dates.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to miss it. It's like, for me, Depeche Mode are like a Bowie for me.
Yeah.
And I let it happen with Bowie. I didn't take the opportunity. When he was out in Australia, I was working a fucking bar shift the night that he was playing, and I just didn't feel like the hassle of fucking organising a replacement.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to see fucking David Bowie, and I've been kicking myself ever since,
Yeah. No, you must
It's fucking shit.
not worry about work.
No.
And do it. It's hard, though.
You don't
It's
live
hard,
to work,
you know.
mate. You miss out on
No.
that. You miss out for good. And,
Yes,
and
especially a
I've
bar
always
job.
beaten myself. Yeah, I know. It was fucking shit.
Like,
What
where
was
are
I
you going to
thinking?
go? Where are you going to go from a fucking bar
Literally, during and straight after this bar job, I was like, you're a fuckhead. Like, what have you done?
job? Yeah.
What have you fucking done? And it was like nothing special. I hated the job. It was just to fucking get by. But I just
Yep.
at the time couldn't have dealt with the hassle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking lazy. And so I'm not going to let it happen with Depeche Mode.
No.
But it's funny to bring up David Bowie, because I've got a theory about a lot of the bands that we're going to play and a lot of people we're going to talk about.
Yes.
That it does flow down from David Bowie a lot of the time, a lot of these people.
Yeah, well, David Bowie was the guy that released a lot of people and just doing their art, you know. It's
Yeah,
very brave
absolutely.
to just do what you see, you know, and you feel and go out and sing about stuff that may not hit certain people, you know.
No, just being weird as fuck.
Yeah.
You
and
know,
that's
it's
it.
gonna challenge a lot of people.
And I mean, with Depeche Mode, there were like two Depeche Modes. There was Just Can't Get Enough Depeche Mode, and then there was,
Yeah.
I think in Australia, people started to notice them a bit with People Are People. And they still were just cool, and only the cool people liked them, but they weren't a fucking commercial success. Like, I think we appreciate people like this later on in life. Well, not so much you, but people that listen to Top 40 and stuff. You look back at it and go, gee, they were great, you know? And this is what we're talking about with this subject. Gee, they were great, weren't they? Because you're starting to see the map of history and how the shit that happens now is nothing like these people, you know? And a lot of these artists are like that.
That's right.
Especially your
they
artists.
could only hope.
Yeah.
They could only fucking hope to
Yeah.
come close to these people.
There you go. So the next artist we have, I'm going to make you guess. Here's the track.
All along you knew it wasn't right.
John Beauvoir, Feel the Heat. One of my faves.
Fucking amazing. So cool. Unbelievable.
Love him. He would be, even now he looks incredible, right? He still hasn't changed.
Yeah.
He would be great as a club owner in Bats in Space. Like he could open the club and he'd be the guy, even at his age now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's just he had a big blonde mohawk and he was obviously a coloured dude. And I loved him. I just could not believe this track when I was young. And I never saw him again after that. But he really made his mark for me. And this is what it's about, really, because a lot of the times it's not the Madonna. I mean, I love Madonna, don't get me wrong, and the Princes and all that stuff. There's undercurrent people that really influenced you that you kind of look back at yourself and go, oh, shit, that sounds like that artist that I listened to twice, And it's interesting how people can tap into that part of your spirit and you go, this is incredible. And this was one of those tracks for me.
Yeah, beautiful. And it's like if they can influence you, they can influence Madonna. They can influence fucking Prince. It's that kind of influence that artists have on each other. It's not as if famous people or people who are up and coming are immune to that. Like
that's right.
they probably see it first. Like if they're the ones sort of like out there doing it, they know who's fucking at the top of their game within their industry and they know what their influences are, So
and these people, these people that we've chosen have their own persona. Like you can't say he's like Prince. You wouldn't put him against Prince. You can't say he's
right.
like they're different. And same with Dave Garn and people that we've picked tonight. They have their own strength and you can't say, hey, like Peter Andre looked like Michael Jackson. He did. They're not like that. You know what I mean? They're not taking bits and pieces. They're definitely coming through as their own thing.
They're absolutely not trying to be anybody.
No,
they're absolutely themselves.
That's it.
Yeah.
John Beauvoir. Bats in
Fucking
Space.
Amazing. Very sexy. Jean Beauvoir.
John Beauvoir. He was sexy. He was scary too, though.
Yeah, intense. Just like fucking intense.
Absolutely. There you go. So that's my first one. And if you don't, you're going to hear some cool music on tonight's show. So don't switch off. Hang around. You might even get a song where you go, you know what? I'd love to hear that record. I'd love to hear the album because sometimes the younger people may have missed these songs, Was this 9.5 weeks? Was this track in 9.5 weeks?
Oh, it could have been actually.
Or some bloody crazy movie?
Yeah, it could have been actually.
Because I think it was...
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, I think it was in some movie, but very, very good. All right, the next one we're going to do is one of yours and it's awesome. Here we go.
Your new shoes and your black moods, you really with your world acclaim and your family name, you really wrapped up warm in yourself tonight. You wonder why things aren't going right. You really break my heart. 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 Got a good-looking lover, don't need any other to break my heart. Reading highbrow books just to cultivate your looks, you really break my heart. You really. Watch out, here's another breakdown. You wonder what caused it this time round. You
cool as fuck.
I think this, like, out of the ones that I've chosen, Siobhan Faye is like the one who's had the biggest commercial success, but she's been able to retain this kind of thing that we're talking about, which is just like an underground cult coolness.
Yeah.
And look, for me, as much as it breaks my heart because I love Bananarama, a lot of it had to do with her leaving Bananarama and going on to like just basically do her own music with Shakespears' sister.
Yeah. And that's interesting because that's two different styles altogether. And it may not have worked, you know.
But I listened to this track and I think like, fuck, if Bananarama had gone in this direction, this would have been fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like if Bananarama had released this song and you would have had that really kind of full vocal, it would have been a huge fucking hit.
Yeah.
And it would have kind of, it would have been like a nice segue out of fucking Stock Aitken and Waterman as well. Like they still would have had the kind of high energy kind of a beat, but it would have just gone somewhere like darker and cooler, which would have been awesome.
Yeah. The problem is though, the gays wouldn't have liked it. They want to hear.
I reckon they would have eaten it
want to
up.
hear. No, they love Shakespears' sister. But
Yeah.
they want to hear Stock Aitken and Waterman. When I worked with Stock Aitken and Waterman, every time I moved into another area, they fucking hated it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
When I released Living in the City with Maddie, they just weren't sure about it because it was a better song, and you know, even so, some of the songs I released was great, but they always wanted a fucking mix of Stock Aitken and Waterman, and it sort of used to drive me nuts a bit. Because you're looking at the 80s where it was such a big signature and
that's right.
not me in the 80s, but people loved it, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I can see exactly what you're saying. But then, I don't know, man, it probably wasn't meant to be. I think Shakespears' sister, because I didn't even know this was 80s, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I thought it was 90s. So
No, see, this was their very first album, and they released stuff from this album into 1990.
Yeah.
But this was she left Bananarama in 88. She had married Dave Stewart from Eurythmics in 87, and you know they started sort of talking about what she might like to do with her music and everything, like in 88, like as soon as she fucking left. So he was sort of like helping her and mentoring her, and they got sort of Marcella Detroit on backing vocals, and then it sort of just, as it rolled on, became a duo. You know what I mean? Like Marcella sort of came forward as an equal member. And I think that really helped.
Yeah,
I think kind of her, because that first album really, it just had her on the cover and it was Shakespears' sister, you know? And I don't know if the public liked, I think it would have been more successful if it had been Siobhan Faye. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the public liked her essentially going solo, but giving, like, under a band moniker, but putting her face up front. It was a little bit weird. I think it really sort of took off Shakespears' sister when it was really obviously a duo, because they were fucking cool. They were amazing.
Yeah. Just going back to Feel the Heat, that was the lead track from Sylvester Stallone's Cobra film in 1986.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, so I just wanted to look that up. For some reason, I thought it was 9.5 weeks, but it probably reminds me of the John Taylor track. I do what I do to have you. You know that one. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so there you go. That is a cool band and both really cool chicks.
Siobhan was a club kid as well. She was a Blitz kid.
Yeah.
She was sort of like hanging out with all those guys at Blitz, and she went to fashion school and met Sarah Dallin and who was already best friends with Karen, and they formed Bananarama, and it was all sort of based on fashion. So you think of like Blitz Kids, Bananarama, Dave Stewart, Shakespears' sister, like just like the influences in her life, like fucking incredible. She's amazing.
Have we done a Bananarama special?
I'm pretty sure we have.
I don't think we have.
You sure?
I don't think we have. We should look into that because that would be a great show.
We should sing a song, Bananarama song.
Oh, we could. We could do.
Yeah, you, me, and Dallas.
Yes, we should, definitely, for the theatre show. Absolutely, and for
Yeah.
the clubs as well. All right, the next track is, this one's a good one. Here we go.
I'm on the way up. Look out. Hey. People tell me I can't do everything, but still I wanna have it all. They say I cannot succeed in life, but I'll get so far and then I fall. I don't need no negative outlook. I don't need nobody putting me down. Don't they know that talk is useless? Nothing's gonna keep my feet on the ground because I'm all the way up. I've got it all together. Nothing's gonna hold me back. Yeah, I'm all the way up. I'm only getting better. Now tell me what you think about that. If and when you make it, all kinds of people come around. Some of them in your corner, some of them put you down. But one thing they all agree on is that you are gonna change. When all along they're the only ones who never ever remain the same. Now tell me which one has changed. Only fools don't take chances. If you wanna be on top, you gotta work every single moment.
Elisa Fiorillo, all the way up. That's what she said.
Fucking hell. What a fucking cool song.
Yes. So I've got an interesting story about this woman. Jellybean first put her on a track. John Jellybean Bennett's or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
It was Who Found Who, I think, from memory. Who found who? It was always on Solid Gold. I think this was produced by Prince. Anyway,
Right, really?
Yes. It was recorded at Paisley Park. I know that much for sure.
Okay.
And now this is the story. So I brought this tape for my cool as fuck friend, Edward Jolly, who's a hairdresser. And everyone who used to go to Chasers would know Edward because we found him under the bar. And me as well. And I brought him this tape for his 19th birthday, and I sang at his birthday, and we had this birthday party, and he's never, ever forgotten this tape. He goes, oh, my God, remember you got me that Elisa Fiorillo? I like, wasn't it the greatest, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so years later, after the fact, I'm like, this is just when Darren Hayes is going solo after being in Savage Garden. I had to move out of a flat in South Yarra, which was behind the Imperial Hotel, because I was being bullied by this kid. Well, not a kid, like it was a fucking little asshole. And I had to move out. And I also had problems.
What? What was happening?
Well, I had high power bills downstairs in my flat and I had a broken pipe. And I kept getting these $900 power bills. This is in
Jesus.
Really, yeah. So I knew it wasn't me because I didn't have hydraulics growing in there. You know what I mean? Like it fucking.
Oh, I get it.
They accused me of having those as well, the electricity company. So what I did is I moved to the flat upstairs when it was available, and then someone moved into my bottom flat and got the same bills, and then started harassing me and banging my door down with a fucking baseball bat, thinking I was using his
shit.
electricity as well.
Oh, God.
Right. So it got really bad. Then when they got the real estate agent, I took them to a lawyer.
VCAT or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. When I could, I went in and said, I know this is not my fault. Anyway, they came in and I pretended I wasn't the person that had these bills, took photos, they dug the pipes. The pipes were fucked, and that's where the money was going. So then I went to court and I won this money back because I was in debt, right? But I actually went to that extreme of moving upstairs. So I had to move out. Anyway, I moved out. I moved to where you used to drop me off in Caroline Street on Alexandra Avenue. And no one knew where I was. No one knew my phone, my mobile. Anyway, I went to yoga one night, and my yoga teacher came up to me and she said, Sammy, I just wanted to let you know that Angie Becker is she did an excess and Darren Hayes and stuff. She said, Darren Hayes and Angie Becker have been looking for you to do backing vocals for his new tour, but they couldn't find you, and they needed you on a plane within 3 days.
Fuck, you kidding?
Yeah, and my yoga teacher came up and told me when we were warming up, and I was so
you would have been
flattered.
like, what the fuck?
I never sort of see things as a negative, and I kind of went, you know what? That's really cool that someone's thought of me in that caliber. That's where my head goes.
Did you do the rest of your yoga class then?
Yeah.
After being told that you couldn't be contacted?
I was kind of cool with that. Anyway, took my
I would've
spot?
killed
Who
myself.
took my spot, do you reckon, on the Darren Hayes tour? This is the only reason I know. Elisa
Simone
Fiorillo.
K.
Elisa
Oh.
Fiorillo. Yeah. This was a singing gig.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate.
It was incredible because I kind of went, I know that face, I know that girl, and then I looked into it, and Angie said, yeah, it's
Wow.
Elisa. So it's funny how you get a tape in the 80s to give to your friend, and then all of a sudden you're up against a job with the same person. I just thought it was a cool story, and
that old thing.
that old chestnut, So
Fucking hell.
I still love her. I thought it was a great album and everything, but Prince had a lot to do with her. Like, she was a protege, I guess. But yeah.
I bet he did.
Yeah, look, that I can't confirm, but I wouldn't be surprised because she was a pretty girl. Very gorgeous.
Good.
Like a
Well, I hope
blonde
she
Cindy
did.
Crawford,
Yeah, good.
That's it. There you go. There's my story. All right,
That's
so
what you want.
this one's your one and it's a ripper. Here we go.
Devenir gris.
Cool as fuck.
Such a beautiful song. And this, we're actually talking about Princess Julia because she appears in this video for
Yeah.
Fade to Grey by Visage. We played Visage before. We're talking about Club Kids. She was one of the original Club Kids. This is Steve Strange's band was Visage. She just simply appeared in it. And it sort of, she's somebody who I sort of staked out last time I went to London, and I really wanted to go to one of her DJ gigs because she's a really prolific DJ. Back in the day, she was just a Blitz kid, you know. She was just a club kid, and then she sort of found her identity. She was really a muse, you know. She was just one of that crowd. They were all inspiring each other. She has sort of original tracks as a DJ, but she's sort of. She's been referenced by Kylie and one of Kylie's tours, like as a big part of the show. She did collaborations with Siobhan Fay as well. They would have known each other from back in the day as both Blitz kids. And I messaged on Insta, I think it was, thinking that, you know, she would have like a promotions company or whatever doing her social media for her. And I was just asking if she had any gigs because I couldn't find anything online. And they replied on her Insta, and then I was sort of chatting back and forth, and then I realised it was her.
Yeah.
And she was like just letting me know where her gig was going to be. And I just thought like she was so fucking cool though. She was mainly like a fashion influence in the 80s. A lot of people were sort of copying her look, and there were a lot of guys in that scene. There were a lot of sort of young men in that scene. She was like really one of the really strong females within the scene, and she's just kept going. She's just been consistently fucking awesome all the way through. And yeah, still sort of really influential. She's 65 now.
Yep.
But yeah, phenomenal. Like just a legend. I'd be thrilled if I ever met her.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. In the 80s, the only way you were ever discovered was in the club scene and actually going out and doing stuff creatively. There were no videos to put out no blogs or whatever they do nowadays.
Yeah.
You had to actually be seen and work at your art and go out and do a nightclub, or you had to go out and be part of it. So you became someone that was one to be around and look at, you know. A lot harder.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a lot harder, and I love that organic approach. I'm not interested in social media, and it doesn't surprise me that she's running her own social media because that age group, they've already done it. They don't need to be famous through social media. They're not interested in having. I saw Sophie Alice Baxter talking about she had a thing on Murder on the Dance Floor went viral, and she literally said, you know, it's really exciting that happened and it was really good for my career, but it would be greedy to want it to happen again. Because it's not about that. It's about what I put out. It's about what I portray as an artist and what I enjoy doing. And they're the true artists because you're not doing it to get fucking gratification, you know?
Or try to maintain just like that fucking ridiculous amount of attention from the public, you know?
It's so tiring. So tiring.
Because if that's what you're actually chasing, you're missing the mark. Yeah. You know, like if you're trying to just attract the same amount of attention, as when you get like a massive hit, it's fucking it should be, the focus should always be on your art.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, not about maintaining fucking how many people are fucking
liking
worried
me.
about what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking hell, mate. Fuck that.
No, look, it's very tiring. And the thing is, It's probably more tiring now because that's the way people see it as. But in the
Yeah.
80s, when your peers and people that were in the club really cared about you and loved you and you had this incredible experience. And that's the thing. You've got to enjoy what you're doing with music. You've got to actually,
Yeah.
I'm no
do.
spring chicken and I'm happy to get on a plane and do a show anywhere in Australia or around the world. But at the same time, I'm not expecting everyone to drop everything and come and see me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very. I mean, it's
They
just
get out. They get out of it whatever they get out of it when they come.
Yeah, that's right. But I do
They're
love
lost
her.
if they miss it.
She wasn't in Ashes to Ashes, was she? I thought she was. It was Steve Strange. Was it her?
I don't think so. I think that might have. Oh, I don't know.
I think she had her
thinking
hair
it
tied
might have
back.
been I think it might have been slightly before her time.
No,
I think
'cause
her
he-
big.
she
I
was
think
out
her
there.
big breakthrough was Visage.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
David Bowie came to the club, remember, and was scanning all the faces,
Yeah.
and I think she was
Yeah,
chosen.
you're right.
I might be wrong, but
Yeah.
the documentary that we're talking about, though, which is incredible, what was that called again? The Blitz
Oh, the
Kids.
Blitz
Sorry.
Kids
Yeah.
ones. I fucking yeah.
That explains it all and how. And it's a really good historic look because people just don't work like that anymore. They don't make their own costumes. They were costumes, they were clothes. They don't make their own style. Everything's sort of typecast and people get stuff done for them now. But
Yeah, that's
in
it.
these years, they didn't have the money. They were squatting. They weren't even renting, you know?
No, that's it. No, of course not. Hey, do we have an ad after this one?
No.
No, okay. I wanted to do a couple of special mentions if I could because I was sort of.
Would
I
you want to
was
do it after the next
talking-
song?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, because he's in the ad.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. So this is my next one. I thought this chick was cool as fuck.
So many times I've been around you. I don't know how much I like you. It's like a dream each time I see you. And there's this magic in the air. I feel so shy that I can't approach you, even though you're just there. But I know that one day I'll get my way, and this is what I'll say. Come on and get my love. Come on and get my love for you. Come on and get my love. Come on and get my love for you. And in my dreams I'm with you, and I dance with your silhouette. There are many times I've tried to squeeze you. In these dreams I won't forget. Seems so long we've been together, since way back then. And only if you knew how much I loved you, you turned to me and said,
Let's just say that our love is right. Would you kiss and hold me tight? Cause I wanna hold you and squeeze you. I tell you that I love you.
Kathy Dennis and D-Mob coming and get my love. I loved
There we
Kathy
go.
Dennis. Kathy
Yeah.
Dennis to me, I loved a redhead, you know.
Actually, Cathy Dennis came up today. I was talking to my friend about this.
Right.
And she
interesting.
was she was she has like she idolizes Cathy Dennis. And we were
Wow.
talking about this. Yeah, we were
Jesus.
talking about this very. Yeah.
You're
Because
kidding.
she's a redhead as well, and and she listens to the show. Hi, Danielle. And so, I was like, oh, yeah, like it's sort of, I understood it, like why she brought her up, but I was like, why Cathy Dennis? And she fucking got at me. She was like,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Like she's
yeah.
responsible for,
Yeah.
some of the coolest fucking songs of that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Can't
Yeah.
Get You Out of My Head by Kylie.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's her career in a nutshell.
yeah,
I
pretty fucking cool.
totally understand where your friend's coming from because
yeah.
it was sort of late 80s and she was just I love her pitch. I love the fact that her voice is sitting on top of the music and it's just a beautiful pitch and there's nothing harsh about it. It's not an
Yeah.
amazing fucking voice, but it's just a pop voice that sits on
Yeah.
top of the music. And I think a lot of these artists vocally taught me how to sing because I used to listen to them and go, that's how I need to sound. I didn't try and sound like that, but I thought if I listened to these artists, I would start sounding like my
yeah,
pitch
for
would be
sure.
above the note, And that's what I love about Cathy. Now, and she was just interesting because she wore a skivvy and a pair of fucking leg warmers, leggings, and that was it.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of D-Mob, but I did love Cathy Dennis, and there's a whole heap of songs she did in the 90s. But when she did write Can't Get You Out of My Head, that's when I went, your time has come,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she never became a huge pop star, but when you loved her. That was it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. That is your friend. Where do you know this girl from? From school?
Oh, Danielle, she's like one of my oldest friends. She's
Wow.
from like first year of high school.
Wow. Yeah. Totally
Yeah.
get it. Totally get it with Cathy Dennis because I even went out and brought a skivvy,
Oh, yeah, right.
and had my
okay.
first red bob.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just absolutely loved it. Great track too.
Yeah.
If you don't know much about Cathy Dennis, she did write Kylie's Can't Get You Out of My Head and some great music before that in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I was also talking to, I was checking with Dallas, and I was talking to her about kind of this kind of thing, which is what gave me the idea for the show, because Dallas is one of these people for me. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
Yeah.
I know Dallas will always know about it. Like if I've noticed it within kind of the kind of art landscape or music landscape, I know that Dallas will have noticed it, and she will always be. She won't be completely sold about it. She'll have like mixed. She'll have really thought about
Yeah.
it, and she'll have like mixed. Does she like it? Doesn't she like it? But she'll always be able to chat about it and analyze it. And that's why I love kind of Dallas's view on things, is because she doesn't get sort of like fucking whipped up in hype or celebrity. She doesn't fucking give a shit.
No,
There's some like
no.
really big fucking bands that we want to play in the 80s band, and Dallas doesn't know them. She doesn't, just some stuff didn't resonate with her. But then like the fucking really cool stuff did. One of them we were talking about was Henry Rollins from Black
Yeah.
Flag. Black Flag, sort of like a hardcore band. They were sort of very much an 80s band. He was really full on for me. Like I was fucking shit scared of him.
Yeah,
I
right.
was shit scared of Henry Rollins, and I think like a lot of women are as well. Like he's a scary guy, Henry Rollins, even though
Because he's smart.
yeah, that's right. That's
And he
exactly
does
right.
spoken word and he talks about his life and he really analyses
Yeah.
other people. So, of course, you're
Yeah.
going to want to stay away from that.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. He's smart and he's just sort of like ultra masculine, but he's also articulate,
Yeah,
and it's sort
that's
of like
right.
you don't know what's going on. He's sort of he was really punk as well, like in the day. Like really fucking punk. He used to fucking beat up members of the audience and stuff, and
Yeah.
Even though he's never drunk alcohol or done drugs.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
he's just fucking intense, you know?
Yeah.
But I also think it's kind of cool that he was already sort of playing with a band and became a fan of Black Flag when Des Sedina, the guitarist, was still vocalist. And I don't know if they fucking got him up or something, but what actually happened was I think they did get him up on stage as a fan, and he did such a fucking incredible job that they kept him on. That's so fucking cool, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
And
That's what you did in
Sedina
the
sort
80s.
of dropped
though.
back as guitar. Yeah, it's exactly right. You did.
Because
You
I
did.
remember before I met Tony Coper, he was in a band called Colours, and I went to the 120 bar and I wanted to sing with Colours, and I said to Tony, and I was cute, I could ask for anything. Hi, can I sing with your band? And he went, yeah, man, you know. He thought, why not? And I sang with his band. I did We Are Family. They used to do We Are Family a lot. And I sang with his
fucking
band.
sing with your band?
It was pretty much that. It was pretty much that. With a cigarette in my hand because you could smoke in those days. And he went, yeah, no worries.
What
And,
venue was it?
The 120 bar. It was huge. It was Effie and George from the Wog Boy. Is it George?
Ah.
Their venue. Yeah, they owned the venue. So they were always
that
there,
right?
which was always good. And it was only a small venue, like 200 people in there and it's packed, you know, maybe three,
Yeah.
but they used to fit a lot of people in there. And I sang We Are Family and I sang my heart out. And then I think it was about 3 months later, his sister did hair. And Tony
yeah?
said, do you want to come and do my sister's job for 3 months? And I went, yeah. And that was the first real opening I got with the musicians in that band that are all now in John Stevens' band.
I think I did that production with her.
Yeah, you probably did.
I think I did that production with her.
Yeah. So
That's interesting. Fuck.
I really wanted to be in Colours. Colours was like the shit of Melbourne, you know. It was like
Yeah.
made cover bands look cool, and then
Yeah,
they all
they
went and
fucking
did
were.
original bands, and Tony did The Truth, and now Tony's obviously working with John Stevens and managing him. And I mean, every time I hear John Stevens' band, it's like, man, I've been in that band. They sound phenomenal. They're incredibly tight. They're great musicians, and they're all my age, and that's where it stands as well, is that depending on how old you are, you still got something about you, you know, if you've got
Yeah.
it. And Henry
Do you reckon-
Rollins is one of those
do you reckon,
people.
Do you reckon John Stevens will do our 300th episode?
I don't know if he'll be in Australia. Or, I mean, Melbourne.
Really? Yeah, right.
Depends where we do it.
We can just do a quick phone interview.
Oh, yeah. We could. Incredible. But even Henry Rollins is one of these people we're talking about as well, you know.
Yeah, that's
many
right.
people
But
would
Dallas,
know of him.
Dallas mentioned another one, Genesis Porridge. Can you remember Genesis Porridge from the 80s?
No.
Genesis Porridge was interesting for a lot of reasons, like a performance artist that sort of reckoned, it's so complex. So
Yeah.
Genesis Porridge was born a guy. So if I say, I will try to say they, even though it's not an 80s thing, I
Yeah.
will try to say they. I will try to say they. And if
Yeah.
I say he, please don't be upset with me, anybody. I'm not trying to upset anybody. But
No.
Genesis Porridge was born Neil Megson, and he sort of he was the lead vocalist in a band called Throbbing Gristle, and he used to sort of like have visions, and visions would come to him about sort of the music that he wanted to create and the things that he wanted to do, and like just a lot of the things that he used to talk about. He used to do a lot of performance art and stuff, and it was really kind of really trippy. Like it was about like sex and pornography and the occult, and was like really fucking full on. Like the kind of the content of the art was really challenging. But there was like just things about him that like I think it was his second wife, Jacqueline Breyer. He met and they okay, I'll try to explain this. So his wife, who was better known as Lady J, they went on this sort of project together, and it was called the Pandrogeny Project, where very modern thinking, like fucking incredible. They wanted to examine what it would be like to unite and become the same person, or a pandrogyne, which is like a single entity. So he started getting like body modification and like surgery and stuff to kind of resemble her, and she was doing the same thing as well, and they were trying to become the same person. They were becoming the same entity in two different bodies. It's fucking wild.
Wow.
It's fucking crazy.
Do you
Fucking
know-
crazy.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that, because I think people try and do that in life today. As far as
Well,
not
this
looking,
is the thing.
I mean, fucking John and
This is the
Yoko
thing.
got strippers on stage that resemble Raquel. John and Yoko. And they think that's as cool as fuck, and it's fucking ridiculous. Sorry. Beep. It's, you know what I mean? It really, it can happen.
Yeah.
Where people just morph into other people's traumas, and they
Yeah.
really can't see their own after a while, you know.
It's pretty nuts,
And
isn't it?
but this is more of a physical thing. But I don't know. I reckon some dumb shits try and do it as well. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's
Fucking
like, oh, there's
hell.
another person that looks like me.
Oh,
It doesn't
one
sound
more.
like it was coming out of ego, though. That's all. It was coming out of more of a experiment.
Yeah, that's right. Just like a social experiment.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of respect the uniqueness, because like you say, a lot of people try it these days. A lot of people try it these days, but this is sort of this is like the template for it, you know? Like it's fucking wild. Okay, so another one worth mentioning is Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. Sonic Youth were like the fucking coolest thing from the 80s. Were you into them at all?
Nah,
You weren't. Just
No.
not your thing?
no. I was into R&B. And
Yeah, right. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones that I've chosen are British, even though like Sonic Youth are not, and a lot of them are like sort of like shoegazer music, which I'm kind of fascinated by, but I'm not obsessed with.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, but people are. You know, like people
Oh,
are
God, yeah.
obsessed with shoegazer music.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to say, I want to talk about Oasis and how fucking great they sound. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're really doing well, and I'm surprised that those two fuckwits have got it together, to be honest with you. Right? I'm more surprised. The band is hot.
I think it's mainly
They
one
sound
fuckwit, isn't
incredible.
it? If
I
we're
don't
honest.
know. Well, I don't know, but I'm surprised that they've even kept this tour going for as long as they have.
I think you just get old, don't you?
Well, you get hungry. You know,
get-
their
you
wives.
get, poor
want-
too.
That's right. You get poor, hungry.
Yeah.
The wives are taking your money. You're going to make friends. You know.
Yes.
But they do
Yeah.
sound great. The band is fantastic. I really appreciate the way they sound, and I just could not see that happening for more than 3 gigs.
It's actually a huge positive spec on the world at
So
the moment.
good.
Is
So
like
good.
Them's fucking reforming, and because the one thing about Oasis, love them or hate them, they are no fucking bullshit. They will tell you to get fucked to your face. It does
Yes.
not matter who you are. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes, but when they say they're fucking better than the Beatles, that's when I fucking stop listening.
But they're doing shit like that to fucking get under people's skin.
Well, they're the Trump of the rock world. See, Trump's behind. This
That's
stuff
right.
was done by them fucking 20 years ago, whenever they were out, right?
Yeah.
This stuff that's happening with Trump and his fucking one day he's going to do this and then he's going to do that. How society is going, I think, is the whole lot of people are going in that direction. For some reason, there's a fucking bad. People just have no intellect. They have no emotional intelligence. These guys were already doing that in 20 years ago, you know.
But
so
see,
maybe
you
they've
want-
just come
you
back
want
because
that
they're
shit.
over it.
But you want that shit in your pop culture. You don't want it in your politics, you know? You want leadership in your politics. Like this, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but it's still the same thing
Yeah.
because they were living
yeah.
off politics, really. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's interesting. I think you're right, though. I think the world's a better place that they've actually worked this time around because they're just doing it as a band. Like they're doing it
And I
with their
don't know.
music.
You know one thing I love? They're just masculine as well. Like they're just lads. It's just, there's something about it that there has not been that kind of laddish kind of band. There certainly is not now. There is not that kind of laddish band where the blokes will get behind them like there is Oasis these days. There's not that out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I
there's
don't
no
mean that in
industry
a
anymore.
threatening way. No,
I mean,
well, that's
they're
true.
the last
That's
one
true.
that to sort of leave. I mean, the industry sort of left in the 90s, really. It
Yeah.
was at the end
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
90s, the end of the fucking record industry. But I was just surprised. I was pleased that they worked, and I was pleased that, you know, because we need this stuff to happen for ticket sales where people are seeing this as a positive thing and
Yeah.
buying tickets for acts and knowing they're going to show up. The problem is people aren't even coming out to this country without cancelling because there's no money there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's it. Yeah.
I kind of really appreciate that they are sticking around and doing the do, you know?
That's it.
But
Are we
yeah.
going to have a little toilet
Yeah,
break?
commercial. Here we go.
G'day! Where's the cheese?
Now, got any more cheese? Australian cheese, of course, because I reckon it's even better than the imported stuff. It's true. Our cheese flavour, texture and food value turns any barbie into a beauty.
Oh, rest in peace, Russell.
Oh, guys, Peter Russell.
Peter Russell, I mean. Peter Russell Clarke.
Rest in peace, Peter Russell Clarke. Exactly, that's what she means.
Yes.
Met Peter Russell Clarke a few years back in
you
Kyneton and
did?
had fucking absolutely no idea who he was at the time.
Hilarious.
Yeah. He was from Ballarat originally, which is really cute.
Yeah.
But he was like he became a national treasure. Peter Russell Clarke, if you don't know people from overseas, he was a sort of here in Australia. He had a gig on the ABC. I think was it like a 15-minute fucking his show? Was
Yeah,
it like
he was a
15
chef.
minute? Yeah,
Yeah, cooking
He
show.
used to do quick recipes on
Yeah.
the ABC.
Yeah,
The
with
thing
cheese
is, they
and-
used to play him in and around where the kind of youth programming in the afternoon would go into the news. And so he was popular with both sides. So he was popular with the kids because he had such a fucking cheery personality. And
Yeah.
he was just like a big jolly dickhead, you know, like he was just, and then it would go into the news, and so the mums and dads would be watching him for the recipes and everything. But he was just beautiful. He was so fucking positive, and he had a big resurgence through in the sort of Triple J era as well, because a lot of his sort of bloopers made it to online, and
Yes.
he became a sort of big big YouTube kind of star. Like he had a sort of renaissance, but he was fucking massive. He had his own cookbooks and he used to do like segments in New Idea, A Woman's Day, and
Yep.
he was fucking huge. He was spokesperson for Australian cheese, which is
Yeah.
his catchphrase was fucking "Where's the cheese?"
Come and get it. Come and get it. With
Yeah.
Peter Russell Clark.
Where's the cheese?
That's right. And it was, and he brought, I mean, I started eating cheese because of him, you know.
That's right.
He's a Virgo,
Yeah.
19th of September, 1935. He was a Virgo. Died on the 4th of
And-
July.
He came along and said, "Where's the cheese?" And all those people that were uncircumcised were finally validated. You know.
Yeah, that's right. They certainly were. But
Yeah.
didn't you see him when he went a bit hippie and he was just all hairy and you didn't recognise him, or?
He looked like the logo of the Old Stones ginger beer. You know, the
right.
fucking Old Stones ginger
Yeah,
beer
yeah.
man? And it was
Yeah.
like a fucking sailor with a hat, with
Yeah,
a fucking
wow.
beard. And you'd
Yes.
turn it upside down and it'd be like the same. It'd be a different sailor when you turned it upside down. Did you used to do that
Hello,
as a
sailor.
kid? Hello,
Yes,
sailor.
I did.
Yeah.
I did a couple
But he
of
was
times.
89. He was 89. Like fucking amazing image. Just, yeah, really, really fucking cool. What a positive spark for
He was.
Aussie kids fucking
And he
growing
loved,
up, you know?
he loved to swear. He loved to swear and film, and he would have been
Did
hilarious.
too.
He was a bit
Yeah,
like
we-
the human
We would have got
aggro.
along with him.
Yeah, we would
He
have.
was.
We
Yeah,
would have,
yeah.
absolutely.
And he used to do a bit of cartooning as well. He used to do
That's
do
right.
cartoons.
Yeah.
Remember he used to like fucking draw out what used to happen and I'll come over here with a big wombat came over and like he fucking used to do all of that shit.
Yeah, very good. Harmless fun. Loved it.
Yeah.
900 episodes, 9 years
Yeah.
in the 80s, broadcasting with that.
Nuts.
Come and get it with Peter
With
Russell
Peter
Clark.
Russell Clark. Yeah.
Where's the cheese? You better do it.
G'day.
I can't do it.
G'day.
And you know what?
All right.
He was probably really smart, but just acted like a bit of a larrikin,
I don't
you know.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Yeah.
We
who
better
knows?
keep moving. Now, this next one is a ripper. Here we go.
They came and took me from my home and put me in dead row, of which I'm nearly wholly innocent of. And I say again, I am not afraid to die.
Nick Cave.
Yoo-hoo.
So, yeah, like, God, if you don't know this song, you don't know it. But Nick Cave, I don't know, an interesting one. The main reason I picked Nick Cave for this list is how much Michael Hutchence used to fucking idolize him. And Michael Hutchence, for many people, was the guy. that you wanted to be. The guy that was just sort of like unbelievably cool. And to think that sort of Nick Cave was who kind of Michael Hutchence really, really respected and really sort of admired is just wild. But he's from Victoria as well, from sort of Warracknabeal or however you say it, sort of up near Wangaratta. Pretty incredible career.
Yeah. He would have been strange to go to school with.
I think so. I think a lot of it came when he moved to Melbourne from the country because he was like a country kid and was very kind of simple in the way that very deep but very simple in the way that he thought. And he was sort of he always had like a fixation on the Old Testament. That sort of inspired a lot of his work and a lot of the conversations within his work and stuff. And because he sort of became a filmmaker. He was sort of originally fronted Birthday Party, and then around this time when this track was released, Mercy Seat, this was Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds properly, But by this time, he was like a changed person. He saw a lot of gigs. He was getting into a lot of trouble, and I imagine sort of a lot of drugs as well, and just kind of became a different person.
Yeah.
And he was like touring in Germany. I think he might have been resident in Germany at the time that this was released. And he sort of went from this. He used to release a lot of poetry and books, and he moved into film in the 90s. He did sort of that duet with Kylie, Where the Wild Roses Grow, and it was all about sort of serial killers. All about fucking serial killers and like the psychology of them. And he did sort of Into My Arms as well, like the year after, which sort of like really brought him into prominence. But then he started sort of in the noughties writing film. He wrote The Proposition with Guy Pearce. I remember him doing that, like an Aussie Western, which was like fucking incredible. He wrote The Road as well, which was made here, which my friend John worked on. Just incredible stuff. Everybody wanted to be Nick Cave. Fucking Russell Crowe wanted to be Nick Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. And he's had some horrible stuff happen in his personal life that he's really worked through and written books about, and especially his sons and
his
just
father. His dad died, I think, in a car accident or something when he was in his teens, and then he lost his son. I think the son committed suicide, and it's just awful, horrible. And it's sort of actually the way that he's responded to it all is quite incredible, especially to his son's passing, and he's given a lot of hope to dads who have gone through similar things. Like he's always been sort of like a leader for people that may be really struggling. He's able to kind of harness his own struggle and talk about it in a way that people who are really raw understand. He's quite an amazing guy.
huge Virgo. Virgo love stuff about serial killers. They are highly, highly spiritual.
Is that right?
Yep. They will absolutely go through you if, they can see dickhead anywhere. And he had a sun in Virgo and a moon in Virgo and an MC in Virgo. Like, that's just nuts. Like, he had a Virgo stellium, obviously, and it's just incredible. I didn't know that about him. And Virgos are the best yoga instructors. They're the best astrologers. Everything about them. They just and they're really good at bringing a community together and talking about things, and especially through the tragedy he's been through with his life. I think, what's it called, the right hand or something, his thing that he's got?
Oh, I don't know about
what
this.
was the song? The song that he had right hand man or the red hand or whatever.
Yeah, red right hand. Yeah.
Red right hand is his thing he's got. And that's where all the people come through and he gets money and stuff, or doesn't get money, but he puts people through their tragic stuff. But there's a really great interview with Nick Cave and one of the late night talk shows, and it's just spectacular of him talking about his life, and you just go, my God, he's like lived 15 lifetimes in one, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, all right, so this one's a ripper. Here we go. Mr. Jones, Jane Child, look out.
Fucking amazing, mate.
And she just was. She still
What a
is.
track.
Oh, this was one of my favourite tracks off the album. It was called Mr. Jones, and it was just about drugs, and it was about a bad guy that just didn't commit, and he was having affairs and stuff, and it was all the stuff I wanted to hear when I was 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I remember I went through a phase where I was listening to her in this house, and Maddie came out and goes, fucking hell, you take her off really well, you know, like you always sing up there, and because she does these big yells and stuff. And I thought it was hilarious. It was the other album. It was another album of hers that wasn't, because this is all, she had Jam and Lewis do a lot of her remixes.
Yeah, right.
And that's...
She sounds so Princey, huh?
Well, Prince loved her. This is the thing we're
Yeah.
talking about. Prince absolutely idolised her because she
Yeah.
was she did all the instruments on her own. She sang on her own.
Is that
She was
right?
an incredible musician, and Prince absolutely loved her. And
Yeah.
not many people have heard about her or remember her, but she was huge for me. I've always loved a keyboard sound. I've loved a synth bass that's fat, and it's just incredible. But look this record up. Jane Child, first album, it is incredible. The hit was I Don't Want to Fall in Love, which was that was the first song that I loved. I saw it in the music video. She had really long braids and a nose ring, and she was just cool as fuck. Cool as
Yeah.
fuck. Big
Yeah, she
mohawk
was.
sort of up the top. And I talk about her a lot because I think she's a part of me. And without her, I don't think I would be as strong as I
Oh,
am.
fuck,
vocally.
I love that.
Yeah. Vocally.
Wow.
Just the stories she told were really strong and out there and stuff. Because the 80s was tough when you lived on your own because you could do almost anything to anyone. You know, there were no
Yeah.
video cameras. You couldn't put someone on video and you know, take it out on them and stuff. You actually had to go to court and
Yeah.
and sue someone if they hurt you, you know. And
Yeah.
you can still do that now, but if you have video footage, you can put it out on social media and fuck everyone up. You know, this was a different time. So people were brave and you know, just did things like that guy that was baseball batting my fucking unit door because he thought I was
Jesus.
using his power. Like that shit was the story of my life. It was like you watch a movie and it was the same thing, you know. And I
Yeah.
think the stuff that makes you is the stuff that's happened to you in your life, and it makes you clever, it makes you smart. And I left home very early. I was out at 17, 18, and I really had to look after myself as far as that's concerned. And a lot of people haven't. They've lived at home since they were 26, 27. And
Yeah, that's right.
they come out and they haven't had these dramas. So when you kind of meet someone and you can see through them like that, you just go, oh my God, that's a fucking narcissist or whatever. People can say that about people, but they're really talking about themselves, you know. And there's a lot of that. You hear what are people's like when they talk about other people.
Isn't it funny you
really
live through
interesting.
that shit? You live through that shit and that's just your life. But then you kind of explain it to somebody else and they're like, fuck, you've had a really full on time.
Yeah, and I
Like-
didn't like that because
Yeah.
it's not. It's just, it wasn't. I've had it's been a great life, but it was harder in those years because you wanted to be creative and you wanted to go out and do gigs. I remember coming back from Crown Casino and my underwear was taken off the fucking laundry, off the fucking clothesline. Like
Yeah.
people would stalk you. It wasn't the safest thing, but
I was going to return that. I'm so sorry.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't believe it. When I
Yeah.
was younger, it was always a thing to take or follow someone home and stalk them. And that's why we're so aware of this shit now. Like, I
Yeah.
see people now and I go, you know what? I've known people like you, and it's not. You're not hiding how you think you are. You know, only
Yeah.
the idiots. But songs like this, Hey Mr. Jones, this was obviously about abuse and someone being abusive, drugs and all that stuff. It was just such a good song, and it was the music in those days gave you strength. I used to
Yeah,
wash my
no, it really
dishes to
did.
this. I used to wash my
Yeah.
dishes to this and think, wow, this is such a good song.
Yeah.
Which is great. There you go, Jane Childs.
Have we got
Jane
one
Childs,
more?
Sorry. Yeah, we got a couple more. Here we go. This is your one, babe.
Do you like this track?
It's great driving music, and I don't drive. It is
It's
really
great. It's great driving music if you're driving yourself up and you're going to gash yourself in your car.
Yeah, right. Well, has it ever been used in a movie or anything? Because it's very good.
Nah, it's that kind of shoegaze stuff that's really good for soundtracks.
Yeah.
But this is sort of Cocteau twins. The one I chose, this one's sort of Elizabeth Fraser. There's a few reasons I've chosen her. One, because of Cocteau twins, because it's all this another sort of thing that was sort of born in the 80s with this shoegazer sound, which was really explored in the 90s, really, because in the UK you had the sort of shoegazer thing happening in the late 80s. And then by the time the 90s came along, grunge came out primarily in the US. It's like Seattle and throughout the US. And the shoegaze sort of crowd could see themselves within the grunge crowd, and it all became the one movement. And so you think of sort of shoegaze really as being a 90s thing, but like if you think of the Pixies, you think of Jesus and Mary Chain, you think of Cocteau twins, that's late 80s, you know? And
Well, it was undercurrent then. It was
Yeah,
only,
that's right.
It was hidden, and you only
Yeah.
went out to dark clubs and found this stuff yourself, you know?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Now, I love this chick because she performed as part of this Mortal Coil. I've always loved that song to the Siren. I was going to play it again. I think I've done it heaps on this show already. You know I love that song. And then Elizabeth Fraser as well. The other reason I love her is because she Madonna was really circling Massive Attack in the kind of mid to late 90s, and like she did I think a track called I Want You.
I Want You,
Yeah, she was really kind of like circling around Massive Attack.
Yeah.
She really wanted kind of like a grunge edge. She really wanted a kind of like a lot more edge in her music. She was like circling around those guys. They were like the fucking coolest thing in the late 90s. And, you know, it would have kind of like really brought them potentially further up the charts and everything, you know, like them collaborating on a bigger scale. But basically, they wanted to work with this chick. They wanted to work with Elizabeth Fraser, and she nudged out Madonna for the vocals in what became Teardrop. And she wrote the vocals. I don't think Madonna would have been able to do as good a job. Elizabeth Fraser had a love affair with Jeff Buckley. And when she found out Jeff Buckley had died, was on the day that she was apparently recording the vocals for Teardrop. And she just kind of channeled all of that pain into that performance. And the recording of Teardrop by Massive Attack is just fucking incredible. It's from like 98. And it's just like fucking amazing. Just amazing. And like, you know, if Massive Attack love you, if you're nudging out Madonna for this vocal, there's got to be something about you, you know. I've always been so interested in this lady.
Yeah, well, Massive Attack were huge in that whole 10 years, you know, with Blue Lines and a friend of mine, Don Nardi, worked with Massive Attack as well, who was a Melbourne guy, who was a DJ, because they were trip hop and they were quite alternative and the first kind of dudes to do it. And that's, I think Boy George produced Unfinished Sympathy. I can never say that.
Did he
word.
really?
Yeah, he did the video. So you know how the video, there's like a guy with no legs on a fucking skateboard, and there was the chick singing it. That's one of my favourite songs
Yeah.
of all time. And Boy
Awesome.
George directed that in one shot. It was a one-shot video. And that's where they started gaining a lot of respect with the arts. And they were artistic, you know.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mind I Want You by Massive Attack and Madonna. I think it's quite good. But on another level, Teardrops is another level again, you know.
Oh, mate. It just
It reminded
just
me of
fucking
the fucking
unlocks the whole act, you know?
Well, it reminded me of what was that fucking Twin Peaks show? Reminded me of her.
Twin
And
Peaks,
her
yeah,
singing.
right.
And I can't remember her name, but
Julie Cruz.
yeah, so it was just very different
Yeah.
to Blue Lines, and
Yeah.
then they did different again, you know, and
Yeah.
a lot of people tried to do that sound, and they really couldn't. And the Massive Attack are another one of those people. If you really
Yeah,
want,
exactly
I mean,
right.
cool as fuck. Not many people know about them. They were big in the clubs, and you know, amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Do we have one more song?
Yeah, we do. Now this one I've played a million times. This one's called Violet Blue. Guess who it is?
What's a woman to do? Across the street waits a man she's promised to, and in her presence is another with eyes of violet blue. Oh, they flame her body when he approaches, steam heat. She closes her eyes, imagines his voice. So sweet, so sweet. 11 minutes and she'll be late. What's a woman to do? Across the street waits the man she's promised. Indecision reigns in the catalyst. Eyes of violet blue. 11 minutes to love is too little, too much. I could listen forever, but if I hear too much, it could stay in my mind and all could be lost if I'm not careful.
My favourite, Jill Jones, Violet Blue. Oh, I love her. Prince, all about Prince again, but she could sing, and this was the type of vocalist I was listening to, and I was trying to emulate, you know, and trying to get to those notes. Like, and speaking of Don Nardi, who I just spoke about with Massive Attack, we did a version of this song when I was a baby. I was only like 21. And I said, I want to re-release this song. And he goes, oh, man, what a fucking tune. I can't believe it. So we did this whole different treatment of it. And God only knows where it is now, but he might have it still. But it was incredible and just funky. And she was amazing. I've got every 12-inch she's done. And if you're a hardcore Prince fan, you know who she is. Otherwise, you just might know her from 1999. She's the blonde that plays the keyboards with Elisa on the video. So there's a blonde with a hat on and there's Lisa, I think. And they play the keyboards together, and that's Jill. Jill was also the chick in Purple Rain that plays, she was like the girl at the reception.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and she was also in that other shit movie, not that Purple Rain was. What was the other fucking thing that Prince put out that was pretty average?
Oh, Under the Cherry Moon.
No, it was the one after that one. Yeah, look, it doesn't matter anyway, but I can't even fucking remember it. She was the girl or the love interest in that as well. But
What was it called? Oh, fuck, I can't remember either.
yeah. It was the same as his album.
I
Fucking album was
know.
called-
I know.
Jesus.
I can't fucking remember.
Oh God, that's so
Yeah.
shit. So
We'll think of
shit.
it.
Cannot remember. But yeah. So there you go. There's our show. If you've got anyone strange or someone that you think was as cool as fuck, we could have gone anywhere. I even wanted to play Butterfly Ball, but that was 1977.
Yeah, I know.
That was as cool as fuck.
That was huge.
You know, loved it. But if
Yeah.
you've got any, write in. Let us know. Now, I have seen the Transvision Vamps coming to Australia. Look out, Leith.
Graffiti
Leith will be
Bridge.
excited. Graffiti Bridge. Graffiti on the bridge. That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Who?
Transvision Vamp. Transvision
Yes.
Vamp. Yes. So Leith will be happy.
Would you go?
I think I might go to Northcote Theatre, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks good,
yeah,
doesn't it?
it
They'd be good
does.
in there.
I just want to see what she's like now. Is
She'd
her
be an
head going to
old
fall off or
mole.
not? You know? Oh, she would be an
Yeah.
old mole.
Yeah.
Be fucking heaven. Like,
Oh, it would.
you know. And was
And
she
all the
ever-
other old moles will go to see it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I want to go.
Absolutely. It'd be fucking hilarious. We'd know half the people there.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, it'd be brilliant.
there's a lot of good stuff happening out there at the moment, guys. So get out and see a live gig. But there you
Yeah.
go. There's our people that are as cool as fuck.
That's it, guys. Thank you very much. I reckon we might do another episode on this because I've got
Well,
another
yeah.
fucking 10 songs, mate.
Yeah, I have too.
yeah. Heaps
I've got
of
a
people
lot
to
of-
talk about.
Yeah, a lot of people that really didn't commercially hit the mark. But in saying that, they've done better than people of today because there's really no measurement anymore, is there? You know what I mean?
There's
Like, how do you
not.
measure success?
Yeah,
On
exactly.
Instagram,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. On
You're
likes,
a 5-minute thing.
likes on Instagram. Fucking hell.
Like, I keep sending you that little kid that looks like Leif Garrett that does Prove Your Love. Have you seen? I keep sending you. I can't believe how many times he performs that. He has to be on the spectrum, right? But he's so good looking. But I don't know
Yeah.
whether I want to smack him or just tell him to shut the fuck up.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's interesting what people make famous nowadays. It just is astounding. The shit
Yeah,
that
what
goes on.
resonates? I know, like
You know?
fuck, and how what sticks? It's just nuts.
And-
like, what's the criterion? Oh,
I don't think there is one anymore.
yeah.
Eye candy, maybe. I'm
Who
not sure.
would know? Who would know?
But yeah,
Anyway,
you'll love all these songs and you can have a look into these acts and people and see what you think.
that's right. Good on you guys. Thanks for listening. What are we doing next? Where are we going to be?
Max
By the next
Hotel.
show? Max Hotel, mate. Melton.
26th of July in Melton. Come on down.
Especially
I
if you're in a
don't- I
bikie
really like-
gang.
Yeah, no, I don't mind Max. I think it's great. It's got the video screen
Nah.
behind us.
That's it.
And we've got that great band room.
Yeah.
smoke
Hopefully
outside,
they'll
it's
pack it
awesome.
out. I'll get a few heads down there.
Yeah, look, it should. I mean, it should be good, but it's winter, guys, and it's people are just wanting to stay home. But don't stay home. Come and see a band.
Yeah, you can finger yourself when you get home.
Yeah, that's right.
afterwards.
Yeah,
It'll
absolutely.
still be there. Good on you guys. Thanks for listening. Thank you. Please like, share, rate, and review. Give the show 5 stars. Especially if you love what we've talked about tonight, guys. Become a subscriber. Don't just listen to the odd episode here and there. Hit subscribe. It's free and it really pushes us up the charts, especially all that other stuff. Just liking the episodes, giving us a review, writing us a little note in the notes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all of that kind of thing, and giving us 5 stars. Why not?
Absolutely. And bring in a comment. Bring in a comment on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Put in a comment because that always, people, the algorithms are really important. So as soon as you like our video or you like one of the shows, then everyone else can find it as well. So it's really important for the algorithms.
That's it.
For you to like anything. But,
Good on you guys. And big shout out to our patrons. We're going to be recording a Patreon episode very soon. Good on you. It's $2 to come on board as a Patreon. $15 a month, you get the extra episode sent to you.
Yeah, that's right. So get on board. Come on board.
We love you
And be a
guys. Thank you
Patreon.
for the support.
Absolutely. We will see you soon. We'll have another episode next week. We have no idea what the topic will be, but this one's a good one. So if you have any other people you want us to talk about,
We
let us
should
know
do
in
an
the comments.
we should do an album review or an artist profile, I reckon. Next.
Well, let's have a look and see if we've done Bananarama because I don't think we have,
Yeah.
which is really strange.
Sure
I
we
don't-
have. Sure we have. Anyway, never mind. We'll find
We'll have
out.
a
We'll
look.
get back to you. Good on you guys. We love you. Thank you very much for listening all around the world. And if it's music, mateys,
Or cool shit from the 80s.
we're going to talk about it.
Unreal.